Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I know what you think. Elise, this is a different style of video. And why already the Christmas look? Well, main thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't exactly know when this should be going live. But seeing that it's like October, and I don't really have like a series that can run for like a couple of weeks. And to gap the bridge to Halloween. So I was starting the Electric monotype Shining Pearl run early. And what do I mean by that? Basically, back in January, I run a project called Project Elise. Project Elise basically was the idea was, I make 18 outfits. Of those 18 outfits, I let people vote which is their favorite. First place, will be the type that I do the gym is mine of. And that became fairy type, and that is out on my VODs channel. So if you want to watch that, go back, go down to the description, or the bottom of the video description, and in there is my link tree, and in there you can find my VODs channel. Look up for the gym is mine, and you find like the whole series about that, and that sort of stuff. Second place, I thought, let's do a YouTube playthrough, to give the run and that sort of stuff, and give the prize. And what I didn't account for were two types to win. So eventually, after the voting contested, second place went to Electric type and Ghost type. And third place went to Ice type and Fire type. So as promised, I have done already my Ghost type. And what do I mean with that? My Ghost type monolock a Pokemon Sword. It's already done and it's out on the channel. So if you want to look at that, there should be a Pokemon Challenges playlist if you're interested in that. And that sort of stuff. But for Electric type, I thought, let's do Shining Pearl. I was never good at Cynthia, and I have PTSD from Cynthia because, in my friend group, I was the girl who had trouble with Cynthia and couldn't defeat her no matter what I did, and that sort of stuff. So, I thought, let's do an Electric type mono lock, basically, in Pokemon Shining Pearl. And if you haven't watched the Pokemon Sword run, I highly recommend you do. But to make it short, I will follow the same rules as in there. So I can only capture one electric type of the available electric types in Sinnoh. And that sort of stuff. I will not use legendary mytchials. I will follow Nuzlocke rules and sort of no healing in battle. That sort of stuff. I will remove the level cap. And why do I remove the level cap? I will go to that later. But hear me out. And that sort of stuff. So, I will follow hard or Nuzlocke rules instead of no healing in battle, play your set mode. I won't go, when a Pokemon dies, it's fainted for good. I wanted to have a chill electric type monorun that you can enjoy and that sort of stuff. I will, as in the Pokemon, Ghost type run, I will add a loss counter to the top left because I already lost 3 times. I think I already lost 3 or 4 times. Yeah, in the background should be playing some Pokemon, some footage from the Pokemon, basically from Pokemon Shining Pearl. That is what I did. I recorded for an hour up to Rourke because that's the problem. That's the problem I'm gonna also come to later too. I recorded up to Rourke, to the first gym. And the reason I did that was I thought you get access to the underground in, Rockburg City, where the first gym is. That's apparently in Eterna City. And that sort of stuff. Because back then, as I thought, because back then I thought different about this run, otherwise than I do now. But yeah, there should be some background playing. And the thing is, as I said, I'll follow the same rules with Nuzlocke rules, no level cap. I'm only allowed to capture one electric type available in Sinnoh. The problem is, I know there were a lot of electric types available in Sinnoh, but most of them are available in the post game. Which means I'm left with 5 electric types. And yeah, you say that right, 5 Pokemon. A Pikachu, a Shinx, a Pachirisu, a Magnezone, and an Electrify. Which of 2 would be capturable in the underground? Pachirisu is available on Route 205 after the first gym, and Pikachu is available in the Trophy Garden also after the first gym. Which leaves me with one Pokemon, Shinx, for the first gym, which also is partially rock ground type. So my electric types don't do anything. So a poor Shinx has to take it up to 3 Pokemon and that sort of stuff. And as I told you, I already lost 4 times. Because I couldn't defeat Barry with like a Shinx, only because I thought I could. But no. Miss, I did it with like level 6 Shinx and not a level 7. So yeah, see where the trouble comes lies? Instead of like, the 20 ghost types that are available through like Galar. And eventually had to push through the early game, which made the late game possible. Sinnoh breeds a different challenge. 5 Pokemons that should take me from the start through the Elite Four. And that's the reason I primarily want to remove the level cap. And no, since Rourke's level cap is like 14, I'm not gonna go to level 30 and defeat it. But I will overlevel a bit, like level 20 maybe or level 15. Because, I'm gonna need it. I have seen people do this in a Nuzlocke way, but yeah, like, I'm not gonna do this in a Nuzlocke way because I'm a terrible Nuzlocker. And these runs are meant to make me better at Nuzlocking and that sort of stuff. But 5 Pokemons only. Yeah, I have doubted for a long time to do this basically in Infinite Fusion, where like the primary type has to be electric type. So I can fuse Pokemon with like a dark type, with a ground type, with a grass type, with a water type, name it. But I think to challenge myself, I will primarily do it in like Shining Pearl, because I also have a hate to Cynthia and her melodic. Not even her Garchomp, no, her melodic. And that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think that in the end, it requires me to be creative. It requires me to think and plan things through. And it also requires me to probably do stuff that I never think of before doing a Pokemon. But yeah, as said, starting from now, this will be the first episode basically where I talk you through. This will be the Pokemon Shining Pearl, Electric type, monorun that I promised for Project Elise, where we play on the Nuzlocke rules, so no healing in the battle, set mode. If I faint out or black out, I will add a loss counter in the top. No legendaries, no mythicals. I'm only allowed to capture every electric type once available as Sinnoh, and that sort of stuff. I have to name my Pokemon, because otherwise I can, capture a Shinx, and if that Shinx is not what I want, I can, trade the Shinx out, and you know what I mean? Which leaves me with 5 Pokemons, and that sort of stuff. And this run, as the Ghost type run, will also be completely done with my electric type look. And since my electric type look is inspired after Xurkitree, basically, which is a Christmas type look, I decided to do it more around, November, December, probably heading into January, and that sort of stuff, as like the end series of 2025 and that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is what I primarily want to do. Like last time, there's a reason I'm also doing this. Last time in the Ghost monotype run, I did the first run, or the episode where I just went like over the rules, over the things, and that sort of stuff while playing the game. I thought that is not interesting to watch. And I had even to train already, because like I said, one Pokemon doesn't get you far enough. I had to train, because like, I couldn't defeat Barry, and that sort of stuff. Also, like, those 2 kids in like, in the Pokemon school, in like the first city you come to where you get Barry and his parcel? That kid on the left, that boy, he had an Abra, who used Charge, who raises his special attack 3 fucking times. Yeah, he raises his special attack 3 fucking times out of like the 4 or 5 times he used. Yeah, I'm not kidding. How many charges, like, let me look it up, but I was like so, I was like so pissed, eh? It's like I guess generating 4 to 7. Oh no, it is not charged, so. What was this attack then? Oh, it was an electric type. It was not charged, it was another one. Hold on, now I wanna see. It was one that you use and it was Charge Beam. Like it was Charge Beam, I already know. Because like that, I was so pissed at. Like I almost lost to that kid trying to level, but like, oh, it has a 70% chance. I thought that was way lower. Huh. Like I thought it was very low, and I was like pissed because I almost lost again. But yeah, as stated, I thought this is a way more intro to do. I've done this quicker than I expected. But if you want to see the rules, they will be linked at the top of the video description down below. While you're down there, subscribe and ring the notification bell before, so you don't miss any future episodes of the Pokemon Electric type Mono Run in basically Shining Pearl. As stated, rules are in the description down below. This will be done with my Electric type trainer outfit, the one that I'm now wearing on screen and that sort of stuff. If you have suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. If you want to join my Discord, as stated, the link tree holds all my socials, including my Discord, including my Voice channel, including my Patreon if you want to support me a little bit more. So yeah, with that, I'm going to say, do I see you next week before the big first hurdle? And what do I mean with the big first hurdle? Well, I have a gym to beat next week. And with the gym to beat, I have to defeat Rourke. And yeah, with Rourke, I might have to defeat 3 Pokemon for 1 Pokemon, which is like too ineffective to me, but... Also, if you're wondering, as I stated in Level Devil... No, what I did last week? No, like Level Devil. Yeah, as I stated in Level Devil, this won't be done with the belly cam, purely because of setup and that sort of stuff. And so if you're interested in belly cam, there will be videos like the World War II Veteran Campaign series, like FNAF Into the Pit, Garner Ban, the series that will come after that, which is My Friendly Neighborhood and that sort of stuff, which will have belly cams. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check that out. But with that, yeah, I'm going to say have a wonderful time, have a wonderful week, and mytchials, see you next week, or in the next video, for the official start of the Pokemon Electric monotype run in Shining Pearl. Until then, bye.